Okay, what's up YouTube? It's me, Chase, again, coming at you with another fish tank video as usual. So, obviously, we finally got that canister filter I've been talking about. It is just one of the SunSuns. It's one of the cheap ones, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about them, so I decided I'd go ahead and try one out. I guess it's kind of an unboxing, except for I already took everything out of the box. Doing this one-handed, so I decided to go ahead and get everything together, kind of. So, it comes with everything I needed. It's got the tubing. It's got the intake, the outtake, a couple spray bars. I'm only going to be able to use one of them though. And it's got the main canister body. So I'm sure most of you guys that are watching these videos have already seen these things. But okay, I'll go ahead and talk about it. It's got, the one I got doesn't have the UV light in it. This is just the 302. It's got the three media trays, top tray cover. Of course, they just put everything inside here. This is not going to be arranged this way. And the bottom tray. So what I'm going to do is, this one actually has the blue coarse foam in it, so I'm going to leave the blue coarse foam in there. Probably put, I might put both of the other pads in this one. They're down at the bottom. This tray, I think I'm going to actually use those bio balls that's right here in the top tray. So we won't have that pad in there, but we're going to have the bio balls in that one. And I actually got some lava rock, so I'm going to put the lava rock in the top, kind of help with some of that biological filtration. So I guess I should take this thing in the bathroom and put it all together. Okay, so what I did was I came in here and I arranged everything in these trays the way I wanted, and I went on and threw everything in the bathtub and just rinsed it all off. I wanted to rinse the lava rock off because y'all know it's kind of powdery, I guess from all the rocks rubbing up against each other, and I didn't want that powder shooting back into the tank. But I'll show you guys what I got going on. Okay, so what happens is the water comes in through the whole canister through this tube here. So you got to line all three of the tubes up on each tray, make sure they're facing the right way. I mean, it's easy to do, it's not hard. But what I did is take them out. Top tray, middle tray, and then bottom tray. So, bottom tray is nothing but filter pads. So I just took all three of the filter floss pads they had in here, stuck them on top of the blue coarse foam filter pad because, I mean, that's all I got to work with. I think ideally you want a coarse foam filter pad, if I can talk right, and you want a medium coarse filter pad, and then you want one of these on top, but I think this will work out just fine. So like I said, make sure the little holes line up. You drop that one in. So all that's going to do is kind of make the water clear, you know, kind of polish the water. That's the whole point of that. So then I'll take the middle tray, which I have these bio balls. I think it was about 50 or 60 of these bio balls, maybe even 40. I might be wrong. But I went on and threw some lava rock in here too, because basically I'm just going to do filter pads. So it's just going to kind of polish the water, and then I'm going straight into biological filtration. I think most of the time you want to do the filter pad, you want to do biological, and then you want to do chemical. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but I think that's kind of how most people do, but you don't need to do the chemical part. I got a whole bunch of this activated carbon from a bunch of different filters. All I do is save it because it'll be great for kind of like my 10-gallon planted that I'm using as quarantine right now. I'm pouring medicine and stuff in that tank, so what I'll do is I'll take some of this charcoal later on when I get all the fish out, and I'll put it in the top of my filter, and hopefully it'll gather up all of the medicine and the, you know, the stuff I put in there for the fish to try to nurse them back to health. And then it'll be back to regular water. Of course, with water changes, you know, I still do my weekly water changes. When I'm using it as a quarantine tank, I'm going to do probably water changes 2 times a week. But, I mean, to each its own. So far, it's working for me, so that's how I'm going to do it. But I've never actually done this lava rock thing. So the whole point of the lava rock is, you put your third tray in on top there. The whole point of the lava rock is real porous. So when the water passes through it, it's got enough room and holes and stuff through it, it's real light and the water can go through it and it'll catch all of the bacteria. That way you have all your good bacteria constantly cycling in and out of your tank, keeping your water as healthy as you can keep it for your fish. So that's pretty much how that goes together. Use your pads at the bottom, do your biological, then do your chemical, or you can be like, me and just do pads and then biological. However you want to do it, guys. Everybody has their own ways of doing things, and I'm sure certain ways of doing things are better for certain fish. So, okay, got everything in there. I can see to the bottom of that. Don't think you guys can on the camera, but I can see that I got all the holes lined up. Put the top pad or top plate on, and the first two latches will latch themselves. All you got to do is put some pressure on it. I don't know if I can do this one-handed, y'all. Oh. Okay, can't do it one-handed. I'll come back to you guys whenever I get it in the room and get it set up. Okay, so I got the thing running. It took a little bit extra work to get it primed just because the hoses are all kinds of twisted and up in the air, but I got it running. I mean, you can't really see anything going through it, but it's definitely running. I think my air pump is still louder than this filter is, so it's a little bit of something. But so figured out a few things. So this thing will leak if you tilt it over to the side too far. The only reason I was tilting it is because there's probably still some air in there, but you can kind of tilt it. Let me see, I don't know if y'all saw the little bit of bubbles, but tilting it side to side to get all the air out of there. There you go. Maybe y'all can see that. But yeah, there's still a little air in there, but it's running pretty silently for the amount of air that's probably still in there. I probably can't get all of it out because obviously it's not 100% sealed, but it's running. It's got a good flow. Let's see. I can see the water is actually moving across the top. Kind of tilted the spray bar up and get some more surface tension. I'm liking the fact that it's actually super quiet. It does have, I was talking earlier, surface skimmer. You can actually see the water going down into that, so we know it's working. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, guys, SunSun 302. This is not the one with the UV light in it. I don't really care for the UV light because it'll kill all kinds of bacteria that makes algae and whatnot, and I kind of like the algae in my tanks. But we got some proper filtration finally, and that's key. So hopefully the fish are going to like it. Hopefully the water stays cycled, and hopefully everything works out all right.